Hi, I'm Ken and welcome to Melrose. This is Tree Toppers, setting the stage. Today we're going to talk about decorating a tree. It's important because of the shape of the tree. Our trees are, for most part, they're in a triangular shape and they have two strong dynamic lines. Those lines force your eye to travel up to the focal point at the top of the tree. It's important that you give importance and dominance to that spot. I like to put different things up there, things that you might not think are traditional, such as a star or an angel that we've done for many, many years. But I like to use other things. And today we're going to light up the top of our tree and use items that light up. And because this item lights up, it's battery operated. The batteries here also create a problem because if I went to anchor this in the top of the tree, then I can't get to it to replace my batteries. Well, I have a solution for that as well. The solution is our no more batteries. It's an alternative to batteries because they're little battery substitutes that has a wire and you can take it and plug it in. Therefore, your device will turn on when you plug in your tree each time. The item is really, really good, and it's a great solution for putting items in the top of the tree that you can't get to change the batteries. But I want to put this on the top of the tree, and I don't want to have to tie it in the tree, because if I do, a lot of the snowman itself is going to be hidden. So I want him to be perched up there like a bird in a nest, but he's the main character of my tree. So what I need to do is come up with a platform or a stage to put my snowman on. And to do that, I went walking through the hardware store and I found some items that I think will work and will help you. It's PVC pipe from our friendly plumbers and plastic plates. The harder the plates you get, the stronger, the better they are. I think a 4 to 6 inch in diameter works really, really well. And what you're going to do with that is adhere it to the top of your PVC pole. And by doing that, you will be able to create a platform. But you've got to make sure that it's very straight and smooth, and you use an adhesive for plastic or PVC. The adhesive you can also get at the hardware store. Most of them you need a primer, so a primer and the adhesive works together. I've glued one together here so I can show you. The purple color on there is the primer. Then the glue was added on, and then my plate was secured to the top of the PVC pole. It works very nicely to create a platform or my staging for my snowman. Now, once we've done that, and I can show you what it looks like on a longer pole, because it's really important that you have length to your pole. You need at least 2.5 to 3, maybe 3.5 feet long. And the reason for that is once you anchor it in the tree, you want the stability of it going down through the middle of the tree so you can anchor it in 2 to 3 spots. That way it won't move when you add your decoration to the top of it. Once you've built the single one like that, the purple primer I wanted to cover, so I've actually taken one and I painted it black. Now this black color on here, it disguises all of my mechanics with the glue and the primer, and it looks like one unit, so it looks like a simple device that I've just dropped down into the tree. We can take this one step or many steps further if you want to add multiple items to the top of your tree. We can start with a pole, and then you're going to need one of the adapters or the connectors. This is a single connector. I'm going to add the connector. Then I'm going to take another small PVC pipe and push it in to the side of it. And then I've taken some other ones of my plates and I've glued them to this little elbow connector. I can add that right onto the piece. And let's put this one in at the top. Now I've created platforms or pedestals for 2 items to go on the top of my tree. But maybe I want to do a few more. Take another small section of PVC, another connector here, another side piece, And let's repeat that on the other side. And then put our top back in. Now I have 3 platforms for 3 items. But when you get to this point, when you've got it to the section or the actual piece that you want, depending on how many pieces you want at the top, it's important that you glue all this together. Because if you don't, when you put the weight on the plate, it's going to spin. You don't want it to spin. So when you glue it, make sure it's very flat and very square. And it's important to glue it all together. You might want to continue with this and add more pieces to it. You can do 4, you can do multiple 5, 6, whatever you need. We're going to pull this one apart and I'm going to show you what the rest of them look like. I've already painted some for you so you can see the finished product. I shared with you the single one that was painted black. This one, for my double, I've decided to paint green because it's going to go inside of a green tree. And the color green is a good color because it hides a lot of the mechanics. If you want to do the triple, as I shared with you a second ago, this is another triple. Let me have the other one. I want to show both of them together. This one I did in gold. This was a triple in gold, and we're introducing a new gold tree this year. So I thought painting one gold, it will nicely be disguised going down into my gold tree. Now, this is another version of the triple where the 3 are going off to the side. Notice I still have my PVC that my center core is empty. Now, this is a good way to do it if you want 3 items at the top and you still want to add some branches or a small bouquet that you can just drop right down into that hole and have all this wonderful glitter stems coming out, this expression of floral. And you still have 3 platforms to give you 3 different items. You can still add on to that by adding one more piece, glue it in, paint it again. Then you can add a 4th. So you see where this is going? We've shared with you 1, I shared with you 2, 3, now 4. And finally, the last piece I want to share with you, I painted white because this is going to go into our snowy white tree. This one I've done with the connector here. It's more of a plus sign, so it gives me 4 spots to put in the PVC. So I did 2 out each side, 1 at the top, and then of course my base down there. Gave me 2 platforms on either side. Then I repeated it a few inches higher so I can do 2 more items, and then again 1 more piece on the top. So this one holds 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The imagination right here, in your imagination, you can take it up 6, 7, 8, whatever you like, whatever your needs are. Well, we're going to start adding our snowman to our platform, and as you can see, I'm slowly inserting my single stem stage into the tree. Once you get it to a place where you want, and you might have to flatten some of the branches on the top of the tree a little bit so that you get a nice flat surface. Then we're going to take our cable ties. There we go. Pull them tight, tie them in there. Let's add another one. Go down a little lower so you're anchoring it really nice and tight in there. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to add our snowman. We've already got them lit, got our batteries in, or if you prefer, remember, we have the no more batteries you could put in there too also. So anyway, we have batteries in this one, and there's another little trick that I want to share with you too. There are Velcro command strips out there that they're really meant for pictures to put on the wall to keep the pictures flat against the wall. But you can put a piece here and then a piece on your staging and then gently place your snowman right on the stage. The snowman is ready to go, and so is your Christmas tree. I've just completed another tree top, and this is the one with the double platform. Remember, we took the single one and inserted it into the tree? It's the same application here. Just drop the pole in, couple of cable ties on it to secure it into the tree, and then add your other stems. The birch branches really repeat the feeling that we get from these two cylinders. The cylinders with the hand-painted cardinals and a couple of Fia flames are a perfect pair on top of this tree. On this tree topper, I started with the platform that I made with 4. The top one is white. The lower 3 are painted in green, so they blend nicely down into the tree. I did add a few flocked or the snowy branches because I want to bring out more of that snowy effect. And as I continue decorating the tree and going down, I will add some more of that to it also. But the platforms then create a beautiful little stage of our 3 little graduated trees. And the final touch, we're just going to add a little pillar candle, and we'll just get it right up in there, centered. And there you go, a star in the night. In this one, we've added another one of the holders with the platforms. This one has 3, and the open hole, as I showed you at the beginning of the video. The open hole is for a little bundle or maybe a spray like this. Just drop it right in the hole to fill it in and make a new tree top. We've also added some different pine in here and cedar just to fill out the tree a little more. Plus it adds a different dimension because the tree was sort of frost. Now it's got a little green coming through. It gives it a lot more life to the tree. Added all the beautiful ornaments and the garland, and of course our 3 staged items, the glowing spheres. There's nothing more glamorous than silver and gold for the holidays. In this look, we started with our gold tree. This is new to our line. It comes in a 5-foot, as you see here, and we also have it in a 7.5 version. The gold tree is a beautiful base for what we've done to the top of this tree. We've added our platform again. This one is the trio. It holds 3 different trees, and we've just got to add our last one. I really love the mercury glass and how it glows for the holidays. Just adding the tree to the top with our set of 3 just sets this off with berries, some few glittery stems, poinsettias, and a little ribbon. Well, we finally added our last platform or our stage here. This one's the one that had 5 on it. So I'm finishing it off with 5 of our simplex pillar candles. And look at how nice they finish off the top of this tree. At Melrose, we give you so many different options of items that light up in so many different ways to treat the top of your tree. Take the time to come to Melrose. Take our challenge. We've set the stage. It's time for you to pick who's going to be in your starring role.